just read a Reddit story, and well, let's see what you think of it.
My mom doesn't like my wife. She has told her to leave me before. My wife's birthday is late January. My wife also just delivered our firstborn child. My mom bought her this hat and a wine glass, which was broken in the bottom of the gift bag. My mom claims she thought this hat would be a good idea see y'all like the beach and riding in your Jeep. Again, it's January, and for context, we rarely go to the beach. When I said, why would she need a wine glass? She just gave birth. She says, well, she could drink tea out of it. This is also not the first time. Earlier on in my wife's pregnancy, my wife told my mom the smell of alcohol makes her feel sick. My mom then tried to give me alcohol and encouraged me to drink. This is the first and only time they've ever encouraged me to have alcohol. They are a very strict, no alcohol family. My wife told her she couldn't eat deli meats during pregnancy. My mom then buys a giant charcuterie board for our anniversary, wife still pregnant at that time. What are y'all's thoughts? Is this truly an innocent gift like my mom pretends? She got extremely defensive when I told her these gifts pissed me off. I just can't shake the optics of someone asking my wife where she found her hat and she responds, oh, my mill got it for me. This just seems to be a pattern, and since my mom is pretending like I'm the bad guy, I'm coming to this group to CAIO.
Right off the bat, I really appreciate that this guy is not on the opposite side of the coin when it comes to the dynamic between him, his mom, and his wife, his spouse. I really appreciate that he's like not one of those people that will take up for his parent no matter what the parent is saying or doing at the expense of his spouse. Honestly, I don't feel like he's overreacting. It does seem like she's doing. Look, I'm only going based off what the story says. I have no other information, of course. But if it's happening the way that he's saying that it's happening, it does kind of seem like the mom has something against his wife and is trying to do little slick things to like make her either feel unwelcome or maybe something a little more unfortunate. Like, I don't really want to say that word. I don't know if there's anything about like not consuming alcohol directly after giving birth, but I do know that if you're going to be breastfeeding, then you definitely should not be consuming alcohol or anything, any type of substance that you don't want the baby to be consuming. So that is not, you know, absolutely suspicious on the mom's part, but it is a little weird that she got her a wine glass directly after giving birth. And it's also like, if you wanted her to drink tea, you could have just got her a mug. Maybe she was just like, this is after your difficult experience, which is labor and pregnancy sometimes, a lot of times for a lot of people. You know, maybe, you know, you've gone all this time without being able to drink, and maybe having a little wine at some point whenever you're ready, you can have it out of this glass as a way for me to show that I recognize the difficulty that you just went through. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that's what she was like getting at, but it's possible that she was just trying to make a gesture. But based on the rest of the story, I don't really feel that way. Now, it's incredibly suspicious that the mom is all of a sudden trying to convince the son to drink alcohol directly after finding out that his wife is like repulsed by alcohol or the smell of alcohol. And with that same energy, the mom tried to give them a charcuterie board for their anniversary directly after the daughter-in-law told her that she cannot have deli meats during her pregnancy. So I don't think he overreacted. It seems like the mom has it out for the daughter-in-law, and it's very weird, especially when this daughter-in-law is pregnant with your grandchild. Sounds like your first grandchild, actually. It's just very weird. Like, it's the son's choice who he wants to marry and have children with. You cannot try to force that person out of his life. Like, I recognize that there are people that like pay their child's spouse to leave their relationship. I recognize that that's a thing. It's just, if you want the best for your child, that's different. If you feel like this person is not treating your child right or has not the best intentions for your kid, then completely understandable. But if you just don't like them because you don't like them, they're not doing nothing negative or harmful to your child or your family or your grandkids. Like, especially if your daughter or son is happy in the relationship with them, I don't understand it. I literally, it's blowing my mind. Like, but yeah, I don't think he's overreacting. I think his mom is being freaking weird. I think the mom is being weird, and I'm just so glad that the daughter-in-law has her husband in her corner, and he is backing her up and making sure she got everything she needs throughout the pregnancy, and his mom won't get in the way of their relationship, and hopefully making sure that she's not going to be able to gain access to his wife to an extent where she could potentially be in danger, unfortunately, because you just never know with these people. Yeah, I'm just so glad that she has him in her corner and that he's sticking up for her and not taking his mom's side on this insanity.